It's day 14 of Maker Advent, and what have we got today? It's a project. We're going to reuse some of the kit from the Pi-Hut's Maker Advent calendar with Banana Pi Pico. We're going to recreate a basic version of that alarm we made previously, which is LEDs flashing, buzzer going off, all triggered by a PIR sensor, passive infrared sensor. There's the sensor, there's just a single LED, and there's our buzzer. We're going to do all this with Banana Pi Pico. So let's have a look at the code. Now you're going to notice it's different to the code we've looked at before. This is CircuitPython, not MicroPython. The two are very similar, but they've got a few differences here and there. We start off with import time. That's controlling the pace of our code, so adding delays to our code so it all doesn't happen just in one big splurge. We've got the board, which is GPIO access. We've got digital I/O, so that's the digital input-output pins. We import digital in/out, so we can work with the pins as inputs or outputs. Directions to set their direction. Does current flow to them or from them, that sort of thing. There's also pull in there, which I was testing before, but we're not using that now, so we can forget it's there. That's a pull up or pull down resistor. Import PWM-IO, pulse width modulation input output. That's so we can make the buzzer sound different tones. You'll notice we use that similar with the MicroPython code for the Maker Advent calendar to make the buzzer play a different tone. Here's our first object. We've got PIR, passive infrared sensor. That's our sensor plugged into the board. It's connected to GPIO 16, which is bottom right, and it's an input, so current's going to flow to it. So the default state for the sensor is low, so when it sees something the pin will go high, and that's our trigger state to say, whoa, someone's here, someone's moving, alarm. Next object we've got is LED, and that, as you can probably guess, is our light emitting diode LED. That's on board GP17, so GPIO 17. And it's an output. Here's where it differs a little bit. This is our buzzer, what makes the noise. We're using PWM-IO, so that class, and we're saying, okay, we've got an output device, PWM output. It's on pin 13, GPIO 13. Frequency 1000, so that's the pitch. Duty cycle 0, so it's setting up the object to be off, but it has a set frequency. Then we go through all the bits and pieces that we did in MicroPython before. This is the same to get the buzzer, not the buzzer, the sensor ready. So warming up, sleep for 10 seconds, and then print sensor ready. Then we get into the code. While true, so forever, print the value of PIR dot of the PIR sensor, wait for 0.01 seconds, and then if the value of PIR dot value is true, so it's been triggered, print that creepy. I see. Then use a for loop 5 times to set the duty cycle to 1000, to turn the LED on. For the sleep before 0.1 seconds, change the duty cycle of the buzzer to 500, so that's how long it's working for, how long it's on for. LED goes off, so false, sleep 0.1 of a second, and then when we finish the for loop, we go to buzzer.duty.cycle 0 to turn the buzzer off, wait for 5 seconds, then print sensor active, and it goes back to line 18. It starts all over again, so that's it, that's the code. Pretty easy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press play on tape now, and then I'm just going to plug in one of these speaker wires, the ground wire, so otherwise it gets annoying. It has a little background buzz, that's just annoying. Okay, so the code is running. We've got 10 seconds, we've got plenty of time, but I'll still rush it and make a mistake. There we go. Still warming up. See, I made a mistake. Okay, so now it's saying false, it can't see anything, there's no movement. If I move my hand, you can hear the buzz, you can see the lights. So there we go, recreating one of the projects from the Pi-Hut's Maker Advent calendar in CircuitPython.